A WordPress plugin is a piece of software that adds functionality to your WordPress site. This video is going to show you how to locate, add, and activate plugins for your WordPress site. Now there's actually a couple of different ways you can add plugins to your WordPress site, one being installing from within your WordPress site, the other being installing from an FTP client like FileZilla, and I'll show you that in just a moment. But for the time being, I'm at wordpress.org/plugins. And at the time of this recording, you can see that there's over 40,000 different free plugins available for you here in the WordPress plugin directory. And you can search through these plugins by way of just checking out the featured plugins or by those that are popular based on how others have rated these various plugins. Or if you've got a free account here at wordpress.org, then maybe you've gone through and clicked on the favorites link on various plugins that you've got experience with. Well, they're going to show up right here once you log in. That can come in pretty handy later on whenever you're wanting to install all these plugins on a brand new WordPress installation. But let's go back to popular for a second and let's just try Akismet. If we click on this, you'll be presented with the details of that particular plugin, where you can click on the download button here, and that will download a zipped file to your computer, which is what you'll need to do if you're going to be using the FTP method that I'll show you here in just a moment. You've got the description of the plugin, you've got installation information, and the change log that gives you an idea as to what changes have taken place throughout the lifespan of this plugin, download stats, support, reviews, developer information, and so on. Now, if there are several different plugins that you're deciding upon, well, one way that will help you decide which one will work best for you is how many installs has that particular plugin had? When was the last time it was updated? What kind of a rating does it have? So if you've got two plugins that do the same thing, one's been installed over 1 million times, the other one's been installed 10 times, and that one that's been installed 10 times was last updated a year ago, well, chances are that's going to help you decide which one of those plugins you want to stick with. But this is the wordpress.org site. Let's head on over to our dashboard area of our WordPress site, and I'll show you how you can locate and add plugins from within your WordPress site. Now, I've already logged into my dashboard area, and if you've never done this before, then up here in the address bar, you want to type in the URL of your WordPress installation, followed by a /wp-admin, hit enter, then a box is going to pop up asking you to enter your username and your password. Go ahead and do that, click on login, and that'll bring you to the dashboard page. Then over here on the left, you'll see this link for plugins. If you hover over that, you'll get this flyout with 3 options, at least 3 options anyway. One of them is going to be editor, which you should stay away from unless you really know what you're doing. The other 2, add new, you probably guessed that one right. That's where you go to add new plugins, or the installed plugins page. Let's go ahead and click on that. And this is going to show a list of all of the currently installed plugins. Whether they've been activated or not doesn't matter. If they've been installed, they're going to show up right here. And you can also click on the add new button up here at the top, and that's where you can go to add new plugins, as well as the link over here to the left. As you can see, this looks pretty close to the same as it does over here on wordpress.org's plugin page, with the same exact information, only now it's showing up from within your WordPress site. So you can do the search here by featured, popular, recommended, or those favorites. Now, if you click on favorites here, all you have to do to get those favorites of yours to show up here is to enter your username that you registered at wordpress.org with. Click on get favorites, boom, they're going to populate right there. And you can install them all from right here. But if you come on back here to say featured, and we click on Akismet here, you get this pop-up that gives us the exact same information as we got from wordpress.org. But to install a plugin from here, you simply click on install now, or if you've downloaded a plugin from wordpress.org, then you can upload that zip file by clicking on this link here. Upload plugin, choose the file, just go to the location of that zipped file that you downloaded from wordpress.org and upload it from right here. And that has to be a zip file, just like it says right here. Let's go on back here. But if you're going to install directly from this page, just simply click on install now and then activate plugin. It's that simple. Now, depending upon the plugin that you just installed and activated, you may get messages up here at the top of the page similar to this one. And you can also see here on the plugins page the differences between these two. One is activated, one is not. The one that's not activated has an activate link. The one that's already activated has a deactivate link. Now, you cannot delete an active plugin. But you can delete this plugin because it's currently not activated. So if you're going to delete a plugin, you have to first deactivate it, like that. Now, neither one of these are active. They're both deactive, and you can also use bulk actions here. So if you've got a bunch of plugins that you want to, say, delete, for example, check those, hit bulk actions, then choose your action, like, for example, delete, and then click on apply. So I'm going to go ahead and delete Supercache from here, and then confirm the deletion. And now that I want to download WP Supercache to my computer and then install it by way of an FTP client. Now, if we're going to use FileZilla, for example, or any FTP client, let me go and move this in here, we have to upload an unzipped folder. So we just simply right-click, and I'm going to use 7-zip, or you can just simply use the extract all or whatever decompression software that you have built into your computer. I'm going to use 7-zip and just extract right here. I'm going to open that up because what I'm going to upload to my server is the folder that contains the files. Not a folder that contains a folder, but the folder that contains the files. So let me just refresh this, make sure that I'm logged in. Yep. Now, where the heck do I upload it to? Well, I'm going to go to the root directory of your WordPress installation, and you'll know you're there whenever you see the WP-admin folder and the WP-content folder and all this. You want to then open up the WP-content folder, and then you'll see a directory that says plugins. Open that up, and this is where you install your plugin directory or your plugin folders. And over here on the left, I've got that unzipped folder right here. And if I open that up, this is the folder that contains the files. That's the one that I want to upload. And then I just left click, hold, and drag it on over. And now that it's completely uploaded, we're done with FileZilla. Let me go ahead and get out of this. Come on back to our plugins page on our WordPress site. And let's go ahead and refresh this. Now you can see that this plugin has been installed, but it's not activated. Click on activate, and just like before, it's completely activated and we're ready to go. So that's the two ways in which you can install a WordPress plugin, and two places you can go to search for WordPress plugins, directly from within your WordPress site or from WordPress.org. And that's going to bring us to the end of this video on WordPress plugins. Thanks for watching, and you have a great day. A WordPress theme allows you to change the look of your WordPress site, and not just the color or the layout, but also things like the font style or size and color of the links, and a whole lot more. Well, in this video, I'm going to show you how to locate, add, activate, and even customize your themes. Now, there's a couple of different ways you can actually locate and add a new WordPress theme. One way is by going directly to wordpress.org/themes and browse through the different themes that have passed somewhat of a quality control check to be allowed inside of the WordPress theme directory. Now, there's a whole bunch of themes out there that did not pass that quality control check or did not even apply to pass that quality control check. But when it comes to looking for a free WordPress theme, I would stick with only those that are within the WordPress theme directory. Plus, there's a whole bunch of quality commercial themes out there that you can pay good money for, and even some commercial themes here as well. But if you are dead set on just checking out free themes, this is the place to go. And browsing through these free themes, you can do that a few different ways. One is by going through those that are listed here under featured, or those that are listed under popular or latest. Or if you've got a pretty good idea as to the name of the theme, you can just type in that name here under the search themes box, or go to the feature filter and check off some of those items that you want on your theme, and then click on apply filters, and those that meet these guidelines will be displayed here for you to choose from. Then all you'd have to do, let's come on back here, is just download that theme to your computer. Then once it's downloaded to your computer, then you can install it to your WordPress site by unzipping that folder and uploading it by way of your FTP client, like in this example, FileZilla. But where do you upload it to? Well, once you've logged into your server, locate the root directory of the WordPress installation, and in my case, it's public_HTML. Just double click to open that up. Then look for the directory that says WP-content. Double click to open that up. Then look for the directory that says themes. Double click to open that up, and then upload that unzipped folder for that theme that you downloaded from WordPress.org into this directory, and you've added a new theme to your WordPress site. And that's using the FTP client. Let's go ahead and get out of here because we're done with FileZilla. Another way and probably the best way, is by doing all of this stuff directly from within your WordPress dashboard. Now, I've already logged into my dashboard here. Now, if you've never done this before, then up here in the browser's address bar, put in the URL to your WordPress installation, followed by a /wp-admin, then hit enter on your keyboard, and a box is going to pop up asking you for your username and your password. Go ahead and enter those, click on login, and you'll be brought to the WordPress dashboard page. Then from here, come on over to the left and hover over the word appearance, and you'll get this flyout. Click on themes, and then up here at the top, click on add new. And by the way, this themes page will display all of the current installed themes you have on your site. But to add new, just go ahead and click on the add new button. And that zipped up theme folder that you downloaded from WordPress.org, you can just go to upload theme, leave it zipped up, and then go to choose file, navigate to the location of that zipped up file, just like it says right here, and then click on install now. Come on back here to themes. Otherwise, we go to add new. You can see how this closely resembles that page that was on WordPress.org right here. And you can go through here and you can see some of these have already been installed on my site, but you can preview the different themes that are not installed. And if you like the way that it looks, go ahead and click on install, just like I've done with these two. It's really that simple. You don't have to mess around with FTP clients or uploading folders or files. It's all done right here within the add themes page. And as you can see here, you can do the same searching for themes as you could over at WordPress.org by featured, popular, latest, or even feature filter. Let's come on back to our themes page. Now, that's how you can locate and add a theme. Now, once the theme has been installed, you can activate it very simply just by clicking on the activate link. And it deactivates what used to be the active theme and kind of takes its place. And if we come on back to our main page and refresh, you can see how easy that was to change the entire look and feel of our WordPress site just by changing the theme. Now, as far as customizing it, we can do that one of a couple of ways. Clicking on the Customize button here or over here on the left sidebar. They're both going to take us to the same place. And these items here that can be customized are theme specific. So depending upon the actual theme that you're customizing will depend on what elements you have over here that you can in fact change. And it's very simple. As you make the changes, for example, site identity, just hit that arrow there on the right. If we want to change this part of our theme right here, just make the change. And you can see the change take place live as we were typing. And if you want whatever changes you've made here in the customization panel to stick, click on Save and Publish. If you don't, then just hit the X up here in the top left corner. You'll get the confirmation notice, click on Leave this page, and you're done. So again, depending upon the actual theme that you're wanting to customize will depend on what items you can customize, but at least ways now you know how to get to that point. And whatever elements you want to customize, make sure that you click on the Save and Publish button up here in the top right. And that's going to bring us to the end of this video on WordPress themes. Thanks for watching, and you have a great day. A WordPress widget is a small block area of your WordPress site that does a specific function. This video is going to show you what a widget is and how you can put it to use for your WordPress site. Now, not all WordPress themes support widgets, but most of them do. And for the themes that do support widgets, there are what's called widget-ready areas that you can have your widgets in. Usually this widget-ready area is in the sidebars, but depending upon the theme, it can also be in the header area, the footer area, and even below the content area. I've even seen it to where it's inside of the content area as well. Now there's two different areas that you can go to manage your widgets. And to do that, you need to log into the dashboard area, and I've already done that here. And if you've never logged into the dashboard area or the admin section of your WordPress site, well, to do that, up here in the address bar of your browser, type in the URL to your WordPress installation, followed by a /wp-admin, hit enter. Then a box is going to pop up asking you for your username and your password. Go ahead and enter those. Click on Login, and that'll bring you to this page here. Then over here on the left, hover over the word Appearance, and in the flyout, you'll have this word that says Widgets. Go ahead and click on that link. That'll bring you to the Widgets Management page. And over here on the right, you'll see the available widget-ready areas. And again, this is theme specific. So if you are using a different theme than what I'm showing in this video, then this area might look a little different. But here under the primary sidebar, which is right here, we have these various widgets already active. The content sidebar on this particular theme is over here on the right, which currently is not displayed because, well, there's nothing in there. Likewise with the footer widget. You can see as I open that up, there's nothing in there. And the footer widget, you guessed it, is at the footer or the bottom of our WordPress site. Now to add widgets, you can do that a couple of ways. You can left click, hold, and drag that widget over to the widget ready area that you want, then let go of your mouse and it will open up with the different available settings for that widget. Go ahead and make whatever adjustments you want. Click on save, and the widget is now in that particular widget ready area. Let's go on back here and refresh. And there's that calendar, the widget that we just put in the footer widget ready area. Now, if you no longer want this widget in that area, but you want to keep whatever settings that were made, then there's a section over here on the left called inactive widgets. And like it says here, just drag those widgets and drop them right down in here, thusly. And those settings will be maintained. So if sometime in the future you want to add that widget to another area or even back to the same area that it was in, then you won't have to worry about reconfiguring whatever settings there were in there. So that's one way, left click, hold, and drag. Another is simply to left click and you'll get this drop down that displays the different widget ready areas, and all you have to do is just left click on that, click on add widget, and it's that simple. Then whatever adjustments you do make in here, be sure to click on save, otherwise you're not going to take. Let's go ahead and get rid of this one, because if I no longer want this in that widget ready area and don't care to save any of the settings, just click on delete, boom, gone. So that's one area in which you can manage the different widgets, adding, removing, and saving. Another area is by coming up here and clicking on Manage in Customizer. Now you can get to the customizer a couple of different ways by clicking on this button here, or over here in the left sidebar, you can click on Customize, and that will bring you to the customizer within that particular theme, or you can go to Themes, and the active theme will have a button that says Customize. Click on that, and that'll take you to the same place that that Customize link did. And then over here on the left, you'll be presented with the widgets option right down here. Just click on that, and it gives you the exact same information that was available to you on the other widgets management page. It just looks a little differently. So if we wanted to add or manage the widgets that are in the primary sidebar, just click on that, and here they are. And you can left click on it and click on remove, just as you could in the other management page, or close. You can rearrange them just by left click, holding, and dragging them around. Or you can add new widgets by clicking on the Add a Widget button. Then you'll get this flyout here. And let's say you wanted to add a calendar to the primary sidebar. Just left click on it and it automatically adds it to the bottom of that widget ready area. And if you want to move that, let's move this out here a little bit. You can see this is the primary sidebar right here. Let's say you want the calendar to be right up here below the search and above the categories. Right, there we go. And you get a live preview of it right here. Now, if any of these adjustments look good to you, great. All you have to do is click on Save and Publish. Come on back here and refresh. And you can see we took that out of the footer, but up here at the top on the primary sidebar, we added that calendar below the search and above the categories. And to get out of here, just click on the X up here, and you're brought back to whatever section you were in, be it Customizer or Themes, and that's it. That's going to bring us to the end of this video on the WordPress widget. Thanks for watching, and you have a great day. A WordPress menu or navigation menu is just one way that your site visitor can get around and locate various bits of content on your site. This video is going to show you a couple of different ways to add and edit your WordPress menus. Now to do this, we need to log into the dashboard area of our site, and I've already done that here, but if you've never done that before, it's real simple. Just up here in the address bar of your browser, type in the URL to your WordPress installation, followed by a /wp-admin, then hit enter on your keyboard, and a box is going to pop up asking for your username and your password. Go ahead and enter that, click on login, and you'll be brought to this page here. Then, over on the left, hover over the word appearance, and then in this flyout, come on down here and click on menus. And by default, you're not going to have any menus created. First thing we want to do is create our first menu, and you do that by just giving it a name. And you can call it whatever you want, then click on Create Menu. And that kind of builds the structure. Now you want to add the menu items, and you can do that, like it says here, from the column on the left. Now by default, you have pages, custom links, and categories. If you want to also add other items like post, for example, come on up here to Screen Options and hit that drop down and check the box for post. Let's go ahead and close this up, and you can see here posts have been added. Now then, just go ahead and add the items that you want. Let's go ahead and check this box and that box because I want to show you how to do a child page of the parent page. And you also have the option, by the way, to view all, or if you got a whole bunch of items in here, you can do a search. And let's go ahead and add this one here as well. Be sure to click on Add to Menu or nothing's going to happen. There you go. Now, if you want to make this page a child of this page, like it is over here, then just hover over the title bar here, and when you get the 4 arrows, left click, hold, and just move it to the right a little bit. And you can see how it changed to sub-item. We can do that multiple times. You can also move these around as far as reordering them. So this way, the one up top is going to be the one that's displayed furthest to the center. The one at the bottom is going to be displayed furthest to the right. And then down below here, you can decide the location of this. And if you noticed, as soon as we created that menu, we had this tab created for manage locations. That's kind of the same thing as what's happening down here. Now let's go ahead and add some posts as well. Let's just throw these guys in there. Click on Add to Menu. And you can see how these are named Post. Well, you can do the same thing as you did up here. Rearrange, make this one a child of that one, and so on. Even custom links. And this is the name that will appear on the tab. And then click on Add to Menu. And there it is. Now, if we open these up, you can see that we've got some elements in here that we can customize further. But this title attribute here, let me show you where that's at. Come on up here to Screen Options, and that's the second row right here. So if you wanted to have that particular link when it's clicked to open in a different tab or window, check that box there. If you want to fancy it up with some CSS, check that box there. And you can see these additional items that were added right here. Just check that box, and when this is clicked on, it's going to open up in a new window. Click on Save Menu. Whoop, that's not going to do anything until we decide on where that's going to be. Let me show you how you can do that also right here under Manage Locations. This particular theme, and this is theme specific, but this particular theme only supports 2 menus. In other words, there's 2 locations on this theme that will allow a menu. You can create as many menus as you want, but only 2 of them are going to be displayed at one time. One's along the top and one's along the left sidebar. So for the top menu, we only have the one. Click on Main. Now if you want that on the left sidebar, we can do that as well. But I'm going to leave that blank for now. Click on Save Changes. Come on back here and refresh. And there we are. Now you are able to customize the titles of these. If we recall, come on back here to Edit Menus. If we wanted to change this to something shorter, right here, Navigation Label. Then just Save Menu. Come on back here and refresh. See how that changed? That easy. Now, this is just one way in which you can create, edit, and manage menus. Another way is in the customizer, and you can get there by clicking this link over here under Appearance, or right up here next to Menus, click on Manage and Customizer. That brings us to the customizer and directly to the menu section. And you have all the same items here as you do on the main menus page. They're just arranged a little bit differently. For example, up here on the gear icon, this is where you can adjust the advanced menu properties. Go and close that up. And to add menus, let's go ahead and create one for the sidebar. Click on Add a Menu, give it a name, then click on Create Menu. Now we want to add the items to that menu. Just click on Add Item. Get this flyout here. Let's say a custom link. Don't forget to click on Add to Menu, otherwise it's not going to go over there. Now with these, all you have to do is click on it and it's automatically going to add it. But to make these children posts or pages of one another, you have to click on Reorder. Now you get these arrows that pop up here. So this one here is now a child of the one above it. And you see it cannot be reordered up or down because it's a child page of this one. But if we reorder this one up, it's going to take the child with it. Pretty nifty. And before we close this out, we want to make sure that we define the location of this new menu. That's going to be our sidebar. And you can't see it over here. Let's move this out some so you can see this. And that's our menu that was just added. If we untick this, you see this is a live display. I'll make that back in there. And then if you like the way things look, come on up here and click on Save and Publish. And then get on out of here. Come on back here and refresh. This is the live page now. And there we are. And that's going to bring us to the end of this video on adding and editing your WordPress menus. Thanks for watching, and you have a great day.